and today we're going to make chicken piccata.
Come join us.
Take your chicken breast and you just kind of cut them up so you thin them out a little bit so they're nice and thin, because these are going to get pounded, but you're going to just so that they're kind of like butterflied open.
Oh, okay.
See how you do that?
Yeah, do one more so
Let me get
they can see that again.
rinse the chicken off. And then I take it and I turn it. See how this is the top side? You're going to go to the back side. And you're just going to cut your knife in, kind of like like you're leveling it.
Yeah.
You know, you're just kind of going to butterfly it. Because we're going to pound this meat, so it's going to come thinner by that way.
Oh, okay.
You want it thinned up. This is how we're preparing the meat for the chicken piccata. Now I have a little meat pounder here. And you just want to pound it just a little bit. You don't want to massacre it. Just a little. And you're going to do all those pieces like that. I stick it in a plastic bag so I don't get much. And this whole area will be sterile. I will use my bleach spray and sterilize this area. That's why I'm over in this area. And you're going to pound it because you want it kind of thin. And it helps cook faster too.
Yeah.
So you don't have, you know, thick meat. Because you know when you buy a chicken breast,
yeah,
it's this thin. If you cook it, it's like this.
Right, exactly. And I hate that. I don't like that about chicken.
Well, you could take one chicken breast and you can slice it in half and have this like 2 chicken breasts.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And after you get all the meat pounded, what you're going to do, wash my hands, I just got to dry them, is you're going to salt and pepper them. Salt and pepper them all on both sides, back and forth. And also, you're going to put some garlic powder. Give me the garlic powder up there. And you salt and pepper. You don't want to be greedy, but you don't want to be over greedy. Okay, and then you put the... Okay, now you're going to take your garlic powder. I like it garlicky, and this stuff you buy at Sam's is the best.
I guess it's...
And then what you're going to do, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once you've gotten all your meat all seasoned up, what you're going to do is you're going to heat you up a skillet with about 2 tablespoons. I use canola oil. You can use light olive oil.
I would say how many tablespoons, or what, like 1/4 of a cup?
Probably not even
that
much.
Probably,
You know,
maybe a half of.
Just enough to coat your pan.
I see.
And to leave, you know, because what you're doing a light fry.
Okay.
Is what you're doing. Now you're gonna let your pan get heated up. And you're gonna get you some flour. You have a little flour. We're not gonna salt and pepper the flour because we seasoned our meat. Because I think it sticks on there better than in here. Than, you know, put in here. I think it gets lost in there. And you're also going to need a lemon. I take half of it and make slices. The other half is for the end of your sauce. You have about 1/4 cup of capers. I rinse them.
Now, why do you rinse them?
Because they're very salty. They're in a salty brine. And I'd rather add my own salt. I'm not going to add any more salt to the very end. It's just going to be a little bit.
Okay.
Just to set it off. And garlic powder, because you're going to put that in your sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to fry this and get it nice and brown. It doesn't necessarily have to be cooked all the way through, but you're going to get it nice and, you're looking for the nice and brown colors. You also want to get the brown colored bits in your pan, because that's what's going to help make your sauce.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Now what we're going to do is see if this is hot enough here. Just take it.
Speak up.
You just take it and lightly put it in the flour You know, you're just doing a dusting is actually what you're doing. You're not looking for a coating, because actually what this flour is going to do is help thicken your sauce a little. To a point. You're not going to have a real thick sauce.
Right.
Just bread it through, you know, just dust it through. Brush off the excess. You know, you don't want to, you might have to do this in batches. You might only can get a couple pieces in there. You know, this, for some reason, this chicken I got here, I mean, it's chicken breast, but it's the strangest looking chicken breast. The way the pieces.
Oh, the way the pieces look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a brand I bought, which I'll probably never buy again. I mean, the meat's fine. It tastes fine.
It's just not the shape that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to let that cook. So they're nice and brown on both sides. And then we'll take them out and transfer them to a paper towel plate. And then once they're all done, we'll make our sauce. It's getting nice and brown, so I'm going to do is turn it off. I'm going to leave my vent on for a few minutes or we'll set the smoke alarms off. But I'm going to take the chicken out and I'm turned off my pan. And I always check to see how much oil I have, and I don't have very much. But there's some nice bits there. And what I do is I take about a tablespoon of butter. My pan's still off because I don't want to burn my butter, but I want to kind of cook the butter a little bit.
But you don't want to burn all those little chips.
All those bits. Because you want all them little bits down there. And then what I do is I take my capers, put them in there.
I love capers.
Kind of saute it up in there.
Now capers are little tiny budded flowers.
Yes.
That they pick.
And then I take my lemon peel, and I always put my lemon in before I put in my chicken, my broth. Now I'm going to put in chicken broth. And you're just going to put enough.
How much would you say?
Okay, now we're going to turn the pan back on.
You got to give me measurements here.
Okay. About a half a cup to a quarter of a, 3/4 of a cup. And you're going to let it cook down for a little bit. Not enough little juices in there. And what I do is I taste it at this time, see whether or not. Very good. And what I do is I put my chicken back in. Put your chicken back in. Turn this off. Let it boil up while you're putting your chicken in.
And now you have the...
Now you can cut these chicken pieces.
Yeah, and you have the stove on at this point.
At this point, yes,
Yeah.
the stove's back on.
When you put the chicken back in.
And I let it cook for a few minutes like that on that side. Take it up a little, and then I take it and I turn them over. Turn them all over. So that they're coated on each side with the sauce, the caper sauce, the lemon. And then I take my final touch. I take a little bit of lemon, squeeze it over top, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. Turn it down on low. Cover it. Simmer 5-10 minutes, and there you go. Okay, and this is the chicken piccata. It looks delicious.
Oh God, it smells wonderful.
Let's try a little piece here. I want you to try this.
Oh wow. You love really good. Oh,
is that good?
Mmm. With the lemon and the capers, and I love capers. Very good. And also too, come and visit us on the web at thecozykitchen.org and visit our website, and we have all of our recipes there with video and some stationery for notes and things that you can watch the video and write on.
So I hope you enjoyed this recipe today. Thanks for joining us.